Hi, my name is Glenn Olson, and I'm co-owner of Olson's Martial Arts, and we've been in Johnson City for 21 years. Teaching a student, especially like a white belt or an orange belt, that they can be a black belt is a job, because it's a 3 or 4 year process, and we want to inspire them and motivate them to get to that goal. What they don't know is that we see all the struggles and all the victories that they're going to have along the way, and we also know the feeling that they're going to have when we tie that black belt on them. It's unlike anything else a child can get into and actually achieve. Our instructors are awesome. They come from my wife's leadership program that she wrote, and they all come up in our system, and they're all like-minded because of that. So because they grew up teaching or learning from us, that those attributes that we want to see in an instructor are already there. So it's interesting, martial arts training, it has to start with being a good student. And what do you need to be a good student? You need to have humility, you need to have respect and courtesy and integrity, all of these things that we teach on a daily basis. And when you do that, and when you teach them these things, it's going to help them be a good student wherever they go, whether they go to college or whether they go just in school, or even adults in their job. I mean, they want to be courteous to each other, and they want to show integrity in their work. And what we do here is we build a student from the ground up, and if we can build a good student, we can build a good martial artist. You know, the responsibility that we have is huge. People are bringing their children to us to teach them how to be more confident individuals, how to achieve their goals. And sometimes that's a work in progress. You know, for some kids, it happens quick, and for some it takes a little bit longer. But our goal is still the same. It's to build a solid human being and teach them values that they can use outside of their Taekwondo training into their life, at home, school, or work. Working with my family, well, everything is great as long as I get my own way. And no, but on a serious note, I love working with my family. Every single day I come in and we talk and we chat. You know, between the hours of 4 and 8 o'clock, we don't see each other that much, but during the day, you know, we spend a lot of time together meeting and talking about students, and that's just wonderful. You know, the 1% of the time is really the problem with my son. So he, you know, he's good with 99% of us, and we're good with 1% of him, so. Sorry, I had to add that. Bullying is a very personal issue for me. When I was in middle school, I was a new kid in a new school, in a very small school, and I got bullied hard and heavy for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And so I know, when I tell children, I know what it's like to have 3 or 4 kids turn on you and make fun of you. It's not fun, and it's hard. It is a hard thing to solve at the time, and then the baggage that you carry from that later on in your life. And what we want to teach kids is how to confront that, how to talk to their parents and their teachers, and how to actually get the problem solved. And sometimes that is a work in progress. I mean, it's tough sometimes to get that done, but our goal is to be there for them, to give them, really, quite honestly, the most beneficial thing that they're going to learn from martial arts is their confidence. From day one, if you look at what a new student does, is they learn how to express themselves. They learn how to express themselves through yelling and through confident posture and eye contact. They learn that at day one. And then just think of where it goes from there. They learn practical self-defense moves that can help them in situations, and also the way they carry themselves is huge, and makes them less likely to be bullied in the first place. And the one last thing is we teach kids to make sure that they're making good friends. If they're hanging around with good people, we often tell them, you know, a bully only wants to pick on one child. They don't want to pick on 2 or 3. So if you surround yourself with good people, you're going to be less likely to be bullied. And that's what we try to teach kids here at the center, and then also in the local elementary schools. So when parents bring their children in, often it's for one of two reasons. One, they're shy, they want to have confidence built up in their kids. The other side of it is lack of self-control. I remember this story of a student that studied under us when he was 4 years old. His parents brought him to us. They were just exhausted from trying to get their child to conform and to behave and not to hurt other kids. This child used to turn to other kids in our class and punch them in the stomach. I mean, he was just a bully, and at a very young age. Well, the parent would come to me time and time again over the course of years and say, I don't know what to do. They'd throw their hands up. We've tried everything. And I said, well, items and behavior attributes like this take time to really work out of the child. Well, this 4-year child got his 3rd degree black belt with us over a 8-year period, and he turned out to be one of my hardest working and most respectful student. And he joined the military later. He came back and saw us about 2 years ago, and he's doing great, and just a fine young man. And I want to tell parents and encourage parents that with the right training, with the right reinforcement, the positive reinforcement, you can really help change your child's behavior, and we can be a big part of that. One of the most rewarding part of my job is to tie a black belt on a student, young or old or in between. It's an amazing thing to see a 10-year-old child cry because of what they've achieved, or to see that 45-year-old housewife get a black belt. And it's just an amazing thing. It's very rewarding to us. I know that it changed my life. I never applied myself to anything before I started my martial arts training, and I was 19 years old and I was in the Air Force at the time. But when I tie a black belt on a student, I feel proud of that person, of what they've accomplished, and they've had to persevere through hard times, and they've had to push through it, sometimes maybe an injury that they have. They've had to work through that, but they never gave up, and they achieved their goal. And to see them light up, it's just fascinating. Kids, when they test for their black belt, they have all their family here. They all watch and they all celebrate at the end. It's just a huge event. And where else can a child, 8 years old, enroll in a program that they can achieve such a goal over the period of 3 to 4 years? It's unlike anything else that a child can do, or for that matter, an adult can do. Similar to college, but it's the physical and the mental challenges that they face are unique to martial arts.